Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English for Beginners, the podcast, where learning English is easy, friendly, and fun. My name is Jasmine, and I'm very happy to be here with you today.
Hello, Jasmine, and hello to all our wonderful listeners around the world. I'm so glad you're here with us today. I'm feeling very positive and excited to talk together.
I'm happy too, Mark. You look very cheerful today. You're smiling a lot. What's making you feel so good?
Thank you, Jasmine. I'm smiling because I'm thinking about the future. I'm thinking about this year and all the possibilities it brings.
That's perfect, because that is exactly our topic for today. We're going to talk about the future and ask an important question. Where do you see yourself this year?
That really is a big question, isn't it? It makes you stop and think.
Yes, it does. It's a big question, but it's also a very helpful one. When we ask ourselves this question, we start to imagine, to dream, and to make plans. I personally love making plans because it gives me motivation and hope.
I feel the same way. Thinking about the future helps me feel focused. But before we continue, Jasmine, we should say something important to our listeners.
You're right, Mark. Friends, if you're enjoying English for Beginners, the podcast, please take a moment to like this episode. It really helps us.
And if you're new here, welcome. We're very happy to have you. Please subscribe to English for Beginners, the podcast, and share this episode with your family and friends who are learning English. Learning together makes everything easier.
Exactly. Thank you so much for your support. Now, Mark, let's begin our conversation. When I ask you, where do you see yourself this year? What is the first thing that comes to your mind?
Let me think for a moment. The first thing I think about is my health. This year, I really want to be healthier.
That's a wonderful goal, Mark. Health is very important. When you think about being healthy, what do you actually see yourself doing?
I imagine myself in a park early in the morning. It's quiet, the sun is coming up, and I'm moving my body.
That sounds very peaceful. Are you walking or running?
At first, I see myself walking quickly. Then, after some time, maybe after 1 month, I imagine myself running. My goal is to run for 30 minutes every day.
30 minutes is impressive. That's a strong and clear goal. Do you already have running shoes?
Not yet, but I plan to buy a new pair. In my imagination, they're blue. I think blue shoes make me feel faster and more energetic.
I can clearly picture you running in the park with your blue shoes. That's a very strong image. Visualizing your goal like that can really help you stay motivated.
Thank you, Jasmine. Now let me ask you the same question. Where do you see yourself this year?
When I think about this year, I see myself in my kitchen. There's flour on the table, some sugar nearby, and I'm very busy.
Busy in the kitchen? Are you making a big mess?
Maybe just a small mess, but it's a happy mess. I see myself baking. This year, I want to become a really good baker.
That sounds delicious already. What kind of baking do you imagine?
I imagine myself making a perfect chocolate cake, a tall cake, rich and soft, with fresh strawberries on top.
Wow, that sounds amazing. I can almost smell it.
I also see myself inviting friends to my home. Every Sunday, we sit together, eat cake, talk, and laugh. That's my vision, being happy, creative, and surrounded by people I love.
That's a beautiful image. It's not just about food, it's about connection and joy. I really like that.
Thank you. Now, Mark, what about travel? Do you see yourself visiting a new place this year?
Yes, I do. I see myself at an airport with a suitcase, ready for an adventure.
That sounds exciting. Where are you going?
I imagine myself in Italy. I see old streets, beautiful buildings, and lots of history around me.
Italy is a wonderful choice. I'm guessing food is part of the plan.
Absolutely. I see myself eating pasta, pizza, and gelato. I imagine sitting at a small cafe, watching people walk by.
That's a lovely picture. Do you imagine yourself speaking Italian there?
Maybe just a few words, but mostly English. English is very useful when you travel, and traveling is a great motivation to practice it.
That's very true. Now, let me share my travel vision. I don't see myself in a city. I see myself at the beach.
The beach sounds wonderful. Tell me more.
I see myself sitting under a big umbrella. I can hear the waves, and I'm holding a book in my hands.
Is it an English book?
Yes, it is. I see myself reading a long story in English and understanding everything. Finishing that book makes me feel proud and confident.
That's a great goal. Reading a full book in English is a big achievement for any learner.
I agree. And even though I'm relaxing, I also see myself being very organized with my time this year.
Organization is important. How do you imagine that?
I see myself using a beautiful notebook. Every morning, I write a simple to-do list so I can finish my work early and enjoy my hobbies.
That's very smart. Being organized gives you more freedom and less stress.
Exactly. And I also see one more thing. I see myself working in my garden.
You have a garden?
A small one. Right now, it's just grass, but I imagine planting flowers and growing tomatoes.
Fresh tomatoes from your own garden? That's wonderful.
It really is. Being close to nature helps me feel calm and happy.
So we have many visions: health, hobbies, travel, reading, organization, and nature. That's inspiring.
It is. But now, let's help our listeners. How can they answer this question for themselves?
My first tip is to use your imagination. Close your eyes and ask yourself, what makes me happy?
That's a great start. My next tip is to be specific. Don't just say, I want to learn English. Say, I see myself having a conversation in English at a cafe.
Yes, clear images create clear goals. My third tip is to start small. Big dreams are made of small steps.
And my final tip is to write your vision down. Writing makes your goals feel real and serious.
Now, let's talk about English. Where do we see our listeners with their English this year?
I see them feeling confident. I see them using new words and not being afraid of mistakes.
I see them listening to English for Beginners, the podcast, smiling and understanding more each week.
Mistakes are part of learning, and bravery is the key.
Exactly. Small steps every day lead to big results.
Before we finish, let's quickly review what we talked about today.
Good idea. We talked about visualizing our goals: health, hobbies, travel, and learning.
We shared tips. Imagine clearly, be specific, start small, and write everything down.
And most importantly, we talked about believing in yourself and your English journey.
Now we have a question for you, our listeners.
Where do you see yourself this year? Please write your answer in the comments, in English if you can.
And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share English for Beginners, the podcast. We love learning with you.
Thank you so much for listening. We believe in you.
See you next time. Have a wonderful year ahead.
Goodbye, everyone. Keep learning and dreaming.